Welcome everybody to RustyMoney Gaming here on YouTube, a place where we gather in the barn house for challenges, live streams, let's plays, and more. So I hope you will sit back, relax, and enjoy this next creation by myself, RustyMoney. Good day, good people. Welcome everybody. It's RustyMoney here on PlayStation Network and RustyMoney Gaming on YouTube. We are here on Silver Run Forest for Farming Simulator 22 here on PlayStation 5 to show you my top 5 favorite modded tractors for the small tractor division in the Mod Hub. These are in no particular order, as I was having a tough time narrowing this down to 5. And once the life of FS22 kind of nears its end, I will probably do another top 5 or top 10 small tractors video as well. So these are my top 5 favorite modded tractors that I have messed with or hope to play with here in FS22, and these are all since 1 year release of FS22, because now it's been a year since FS22 was released. But to start things off here, this is the Massey-Ferguson 3000 series by blauea. It has a megabyte storage of 8.43, and we will take a look at it in the store, but you can see here you can get twin wheels on it, you can get a front loader attachment, you can also just set it to standard, and you can hook a front lifter to it, and that front lifter will hook up to that tractor. And now let's just show you this tractor in the store. But before we do so, I will just say that this tractor is a great small tractor and does a really good job with performance. So let's take a look at it in the store. And here we are in the store with this Massey-Ferguson 3000 series by blauea. It has a base price of $49,500 at 95 horsepower for 24 miles an hour. Your engine setup will upgrade to 115 horsepower and then 120 horsepower and then back down to 95 horsepower. You will see you have wheel brands Trailerborg, Nokian, Vertestein, BKT, Midas, Continentals, Michelin, back to Trailerborg. I'm just going to show you the wheel setups for Trailerborg because that is kind of my favorite wheel in the game, and we can go with the standards, twin wheels, rear twin wheels, narrow tires, wide tires and weights, wide tires, wheel weights, or back to standard. Now this tractor has the option of having beacons, both, left only, or no. Attachers on the front here, you can have it at standard or put a front weight on it and then back to standard. Now, front loader. This will have a ability to have a front loader, a hower, a quickie, and back to no. So a great tractor here for $49,500 at 95 horsepower by blauea. On to the next tractor. The next tractor in my top 5 is this one here, which is the New Holland 40 Series Sebra by AMG Gaming with a megabyte storage of 13.35. You can see you can get twin wheels, a front loader again on this tractor, and this front lifter will attach to the front of that tractor. Now it does sit kind of low, so depending on if you need to lower your item that you have attached to your front lifter will depend on whether it collides with the ground. But it will attach to that tractor and operate. So now let's take a look at this in the store. Here is the New Holland 40 Series Sebra by AMG Gaming with a base horsepower of 75 horsepower at 24 miles an hour at a base price of $41,250. Now this will upgrade to 85 horsepower, 95 horsepower, back down to 75 horsepower. You'll have wheel brands Trailerborg, Nokian, Vertestein, BKT, Midas, Continentals, Michelin, Trailerborg. For the Trailerborg, again, you can look at the rest. I'll show you the Trailerborg, and here we have twin wheels, rear twin wheels, extra wide tires, and back to standard. Then you have a couple of different color schemes: black power, blue power, Fiat power, updated color, back to original color, and then back to the standard, which is the final color scheme. Then you have ability for front loader attacher, yes, quickie, or no. And then rim color can be any one of these here. And that is the New Holland 40 Series Sebra for $41,250 by AMG Gaming. On to the next one right here, which is the Case IH Vestrum series by Redcat 3D and Schnibbl modding for a megabyte storage of 13.13. And you can see that we can get wheel weights and front loader attachment, as well as front PTO 3-point link. And you can have it just at standard also. So let's take a look at this tractor here in the store. And here in the store is the Case Vestrum series with a base horsepower of 100 horsepower at 24 miles an hour at a base price of $102,800. This will upgrade to 110 horsepower, 120, 130, and back down to 100 horsepower. You have wheel brands Trailerborg, Nokian, Vertestein, BKT, Midas, Continentals, Michelin, Trailerborg. Wheel setups for Trailerborg: we have twin wheels, rear narrow twin wheels, narrow tires, wide tires and weights, wide tires and weights, wide tires, wheel weights, and back to standard. Then you can get beacons, left and right, left, or none. Design, you can do a European design to this tractor, or you can do US version of this tractor. Front part of the tractor, you can do the weight carrier, which we're on, 3-point link, or a 1,000 kilogram weight, 500, and back to weight carrier. Then we can do a mirror on the inside, no or yes. Animations, you have simple IC, SIC mouse control, simple IC, SIC, and mouse control, and back to simple IC. Then you can have front loader attacher, Hauer, quickie, back to no. And then main color, you can do any one of these main colors here. And license plate. But that is the Case Vestrum series. Now on to the next one. This next tractor pack is the Farmall M, MD, and MV series by EY Modding for a megabyte storage of 25.82. And I have not had the chance to use this tractor yet in the game, but I really plan on using this in my near future Let's Play called Grandpa's Farm on No Man's Land, and I can't thank EY Modding enough for bringing a classic tractor like this to all platforms. Now, I have used all three of those other ones in my gameplays at one time or another, either on or off camera. But here is the Farmall M, MD, and MV series. So here we have two different versions, one of the Farmall M and one of the Farmall MD, and you can see that you can put a front lifter on the front of it as well as have a front loader attachment and put it into a tricycle. You can have rear twin wheels. And then you have the other versions here of the Farmall MV, and you can put twin wheels on it. You can have front loader attachment. You can put a front lifter on the front of it if you have your front lifter mod installed. But let's take a look at these tractors in the store. All right, so here in the store is the Case IH Farmall M with 35 horsepower. Now, if we change this Farmall MD to Farmall M, we go to 38 horsepower. Then we go to the Farmall Super MD at 40 horsepower. Then we have the Farmall MD TA 44 horsepower. Then we have the Farmall MTA at 45 horsepower. Then we have the Farmall Super M at 51 horsepower. Then we have the back to the Farmall MD at 35 horsepower at 15 miles an hour for a base price of $15,000. Now there is a lot of customizations for this, everybody. So if you want to do yourself a Survivor Series or Rags to Riches or something like that, you might want to check out this tractor because it's got a lot of different setups to it. But for wheel setups, we got standard rear twin wheels, wheel weights, tricycle version, rear twin wheels, wheel weights, back to standard. We can do mud guards on or off. And attachers, we can do a standard attacher, which we're on right now, or we can do both, where we have the pin hitch on the front, and then we have the 3-point on the rear end. Or we can go back to just the 3-point on the back end, or we can do the front attacher. And then go back to standard. Now we can do a front loader attacher like so, and this is just using the in-game front loaders. So for instance, on this 35 horsepower tractor here, I would just put on the lowest horsepower front loader for quickie in game, and it will attach to this. Then you can do main color of the standard red or the demonstrator color at white, and I really like that. I do like that. It kind of really stands out. But that is the Farmall M. Now let's look at the other one in this pack. Here we have the Farmall MV, which is standard at 25 horsepower, 15 miles an hour at $12,000. So here we have the Farmall MV. We can go to the Farmall MDV at 33 horsepower, the Farmall MVTA at 35 horsepower. Then we have the Farmall MDTA at 40 horsepower. Then we have the Farmall Super MV at 41 horsepower. Then we have the Farmall Super MDV at 47 horsepower. And then we're back to the Farmall MV. We can do wheel setups, standard, rear twin wheels, wheel weights, standard. We can do mud guards, on or off. We can do attachers, just like the other tractor. We can do both. We can do 3-point linkage on the back, or we can do front attacher on the front and back to standard. Then we also can do front loader attachment for quickie, and we can change our main color to the white. So that is the the Farmall M, MD, and MV series by EY Modding. On to the next mod. Here is the last of my top 5, another little pack that I find quite interesting. There was a tractor back on FS19 that looked very similar to this one that was made by Driver 300, and I really loved that tractor, and this one reminds me of that tractor. And so this is the Lizard T25A-T30A80 by Wisney Games 239. I'll put the mod name creator or mod creator name up on the screen for each one of these. This has a megabyte storage of 29.84. So let's take a look at the Lizard T25 and the Lizard T30. So here we have the Lizard T25 at a base horsepower of 30 horsepower at 17 miles an hour for a base price of $9,000. So here we have a wheel setup standard, and then we have higher back 2 and higher back 1, and then 2, and then back to standard. Then for design, we have nothing, we have all, work lamp 2, work lamp 1, nothing. And then back to all. Okay, now for cabins, we can have without a cabin, the A3, the peak, or standard, or without. Then we have on the back here, we have old hook or new hook. And for gearbox, we have old or new. Weights, we can have without or number 4, 3, 2, 1, and without. Then we can have front loader attacher, which it has its own specialized front loader attacher. So there is your front loader attacher. Then you can do main color, any one of these here. Design color is any one of these there. And then your rim color, we can do any one of those there. So that is the Lizard T25A. Now let's look at the other one in this pack. So here we are with the T30A80. Base horsepower 32 horsepower at 17 miles per hour at $13,000. Wheel setup standard, higher back 1 standard. Then we have design nothing, all, work lamp 2, work lamp 1, nothing. And then we can go to all. Now, we also have, let's put that back to nothing. We have cabins without, A3, peak, standard, without. And we have hook, old and new, just like the other tractor in the pack. We have gearbox, old and new, just like the other tractor. Then we have weights, same setup for weights as well as the other tractor did. And then we can do the front loader as well. And then we have the same color options. You can change to, oops. So there you go. That is the Lizard 30A80. Now, this tractor comes with its own front loader and front loader tools, which you will find also in the store. And you can also hook up a front lifter to this tractor. I haven't used this tractor, this one either, in game yet, but I hope to. I just like the style of it. But I'm a small tractor fan in farming simulator. Now, I have a little bit extra here, everybody. I want to show you two honorable mentions that I should have in this top 5 that were a part of my most favorite small tractors in FS19. And first off, that is this one here, which this is the Deutz D06 series by blauea, which has a megabyte storage of 14.92. And you can see you can get its own specialized front loader. It has its own custom front loader. And then you can also put a front lifter on the front of that tractor. It will attach. So let's look at this tractor in the store. So here we are with the Deutz D06 series, base horsepower at 52 for 24 miles an hour at $12,000. Configurations standard or both or cabin or 200 kilogram front weight and back to standard. Then we have engine setup, which will go from 52 to 55 horsepower to 62 horsepower to 82 horsepower back to 52. We have wheel brands Trailerborg, Vestrum, BKT, Midas, Continentals, Michelin, back to Trailerborg. For Trailerborg setup, we have standard, rear twin wheels, narrow tires, wide tires and weights, wide tires, wheel weights, standard. We have passenger seat on or both or right or left or none. We have roll bar, no or yes. We have front loader attacher, no or lizard attacher. For front loader, we have main color options of these here. We have rim color options of these right here. And then a license plate as well. But that's the Deutz D06 series. Now, the reason I like this one here in FS22 is it didn't have a front loader in FS19. So a very nice upgrade by blauea. Thank you, my friend. Now, on to my other honorable mention, which is this one right here, which is the John Deere 1630 and Tools by ARM Team, megabyte storage of 12.98. And you can see you can also put the front lifter on the front of it. It has its own custom front loader and tools for it front loading. So let's take a look at this in the store. So here is the John Deere 1630 at 60 horsepower, 18 miles per hour for $12,000. And you have Trailerborg, Vestrum, Midas, Continentals, Michelin, back to Trailerborg. Trailerborg setups, we have standard, rear narrow twin wheels, narrow tires, TM600, back to standard. Then we can do front loader, yes or a stole, custom front loader, or no. So that is my top 5 small tractors from the Mod Hub, everybody. And as well as a couple honorable mentions. But just to brief you, here are my top 5 tractors probably that are in game. So you can see we have a Buer, we have a John Deere 6M, we have the Steyr tractor, we have a Massey-Ferguson 5S, and then the little Rigitrack electric tractor. This little thing right here has a lot of torque, but is only 95 horsepower. It has a lot of power, a lot more than you would expect. So if you've never used this, you need to try it. All 5 of these tractors right here are base came in the store. All right, well, correct that error, everybody. I thought this was 95 horsepower. It's only 68 horsepower. So sorry about that, but yeah, 68 horsepower for this little one, this little electric tractor, and it is a nice little tractor, as all of these right here for base game are great tractors. But the only other thing I'd like to tell you about any of these that I may have forgot is this one here as well. You need to check this tractor out. This tractor here, which was the New Holland 40 Series Sebra, only 95 horsepower, and it has far more power than the rated 95 it is at. And the other thing, let's see. Both of these two honorable mentions, the Deutz and the John Deere, are both well converted for FS22. I probably like actually how they both run better in FS22 than they did in 19. That's just my opinion, but that is it, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed my top 5 small tractors from the Mod Hub, as well as a couple of honorable mentions and showing you just what my top 5 in-game tractors probably are for small tractors. But now we're going to head on out of Silver Run Forest, and we are going to soon show you my top 5 medium tractors as well as my top 5 large tractors. But if you all have enjoyed this, please drop me a tasty one on that like button, which is better known by myself as a crop battery and by you all people as delicious donut. And please leave us a comment in the comment section. And don't forget to share a box of donuts with all your friends and family by sharing the videos and live streams from the channel. But for myself, Rusty Money, we will see you all on the flip side, everybody. Have a good one.